Hi, I'm Cindy Abbott Letro for Behind the Camera on location at Buffalo Film Works. I am part of a delegation of people focused on tourism throughout Western New York, particularly film tourism. And several people from the New York State Assembly have been joining us, heads of the Tourism Commission. And today we visited Niagara Falls. The brand new Ralph C. Wilson Visitor Center is about to open. And joining us for this opening and taking a look at the new facility was the mayor of Niagara Falls, Bob Restaino, and the head of Destination Niagara, John Percy. They both were very high on the film industry in this region.
I think it's a fabulous opportunity for us to showcase the city. So when these films get produced and then ultimately, published for the community to look at, they see our city. They see what we're trying to promote every single day. So it's really critical to us, and we're very excited about the fact that there's going to be increased opportunities.
Well, the tax credits are vital, especially on a competitive basis when we're competing around the world to gain recognition for a spot to film a commercial, a television show, a movie, whatever it may be. Those tax credits are looked upon greatly by site selectors and by people that are selecting places that movies need to go. So those are vital to our industry to stay competitive, because the film industry is important to us here in Niagara County. It's in the millions, and a lot of people don't realize why, but when they're here, the food and beverage and hotel rooms and everything. So we get that immediate impact just by the film crews being in town. And then after that, the positive effects of a film being done here, the lasting effects of that being on film and being on the screen. So we love having film crews and films and television and commercials being filmed here in Niagara County. We love it.
Well, it's been a very busy day. We've had a chance to visit a great many locations that have been locations for films, and we've ended up at the sound stages here at Buffalo Film Works. Joining us on this tour of all of these sights and sounds has been Assemblymember Daniel J, and he heads up for all of New York State, the Tourism Commission. He is accompanied by our Assemblyman from Western New York, John Rivera. And from your perspective, it was a very controversial thing with movies. A lot of people thought the state shouldn't be involved in it. And from your perspective, what do you feel regarding it?
Well, that's just wrong, because the reality is that tax credits and other things are used to lure industries all the time. And the reality is, people say, well, does Robert De Niro need any more money? It's not about Robert De Niro. It's about the people who are providing the food. It's about the other people who are working on the thing. And so in the end, it's a very important industry. We have the people necessary here to do that work. John is a member of my committee. I chair the Arts and Tourism Committee. He said, come to Buffalo. And so here I am taking the tour that he wants me. But I know how important it is. It's important to my family, and it's important to the economy of the state of New York.
John, what have you seen happening within this region?
Oh, sure. Just in the last few years, we've seen countless productions come here. People are starting to see from all over the world the different assets that Buffalo and Western New York has, from our beautiful park system to our waterfront to our industrial history. It's all being photographed and filmed, and it's really been highlighted in ways that hadn't been highlighted for years.
Danny, I was just thinking about the fact that you get this because New York City for a long time was really one of the only places where a lot of filming was going on, but now it's sort of going out across the state.
Absolutely, and it's absolutely necessary. We have these beautiful resources throughout the state, and they belong on film and on TV. And when you put them on film and TV, like Niagara Falls, people go, well, maybe I should go see that, which generates even more money. And so in the end, arts money and tourism money are multipliers. You spend $1 and $7 comes back. So we need to make sure that we spend the money to make sure that our beautiful state is shown to its finest, and nothing could be finer than Western New York.
And for you, what are you seeing from the businessmen in your region that that you represent? What are they saying to you?
Sure. When I talk to hotel operators, especially restaurant owners, they are excited about the opportunity that they're seeing. And this is just one studio that's being built, but we have more and more being built in Western New York. And truthfully, we're seeing, as the chairman said, investment into this sort of industry is reaping big benefits in other ways. And locally, we're really seeing a trend.
In the beginning, there was some pushback, particularly here locally, saying only, people that already have money were giving them more money, and, not seeing the other jobs that were created. How do you answer them?
They're just not understanding what the nature of film production is, and how complicated and how involved it is, and how many people are employed to produce 20 minutes of TV time. And those people have jobs, and the people come in from out of the locality to work on those. They stay in hotels, they go to restaurants. I mean, it's a boom, boom. And so it needs to be encouraged the way boom, boom should be encouraged.
Jonathan, you have had sort of a grueling 2 days to sort of get Danny, sort of a primer on everything that there is in this region, from Niagara Falls to Canal Side. What was the takeaway from this?
Oh, gee. I could talk about Buffalo and its history and all the uniqueness about it all day, but, anything that we can do to just show the different sides of Buffalo. It's not just a beautiful weather day that we're having, it's not just great food we're having, and it's good conversations we're having, but, we're all getting educated on the history of this region, and there's just more and more to come.
Well, you visited Niagara Falls and saw, that is a natural place that people want to film, but there's also a lot more.
There's a lot more than just Niagara Falls. I haven't been there in 50 years, I can assure you. Went there as a child, but it was nice to be back in the new state park. Visitor Center is going to be a spectacular reason to go there, and the removal of the old highway. There's changes happening. The changes are making them more user-friendly and more available to your average person. And the place was packed. There was a lot of people there today, and it's not even summer yet. So in the end, I think it's a really good thing, and we should encourage state parks to thrive and tell people what we have so they can see it.
And Jonathan, for you, we've been very lucky to get that bump in the state film. What do you hope will happen for your representation within your region?
Well, it's interesting. We compete in New York State because we've got all these beautiful assets, but truthfully, we're competing with locations all over the country and all over the world. So, having a program like the one we have, it allows us to stay competitive. And bit by bit, it's one production at a time, and then little by little, it'll momentum will guide us, and more productions will come here, and people will really be able to see how beautiful the region is.
What's the final takeaway for you? You haven't seen the film studios yet here. We've got the largest soundstage now in North America that you're about to see.
I can't wait. I haven't seen one in a while, but I'm thrilled to see one in Western New York, and I'm thrilled that there's film production going on here, and that people are working in the business, making money, and bringing tax dollars to Western New York. It makes me very happy.
This is Cindy Abbott Letro for Behind the Camera. I've hoped we've inspired you to think more about the film industry in Western New York. We'll see you next time.